What's the worst parenting fail you've experienced as a kid? I'm 12. I was adopted when I was 8, after being in foster care for 3 years. My adoptive parents, the Millers, seemed really nice at first. They had this whole speech about how I was chosen and special, and how they'd always wanted a daughter. They bought me new clothes, decorated a room just for me, and told everyone how excited they were to be my forever family. Everything was perfect for about 6 months. Then, Mrs. Miller got pregnant. Suddenly, everything changed. The baby became the center of everything, even before it was born. Every conversation was about nursery colors, baby names, and how excited they were for their real child. I tried to ignore the real part, but it stung. When baby Connor was born, I basically became invisible. Mrs. Miller quit her job to stay home with him, but she never had time for me anymore. Mr. Miller worked longer hours to support the family, so he was never around either. I started having nightmares again. Just like when I was in foster care. I'd wake up scared and go to their room, but Mrs. Miller would just say, "Chloe, you're a big girl now. The baby needs his sleep." The baby needed his sleep, but apparently I didn't need comfort. School started getting harder because I couldn't concentrate. My grades dropped from A's to C's. When my teacher called home, Mrs. Miller sounded annoyed. "Chloe's just going through an adjustment period. She'll be fine." But I wasn't fine. I felt like I was disappearing. The breaking point came during my 9th birthday. Mrs. Miller had promised we'd have a party with my friends from school. I was so excited because I'd never had a real birthday party before. The morning of my birthday, Connor got sick with a fever. Mrs. Miller immediately canceled everything. "We can't have kids over with the baby being sick. We'll do something small, just family." My small family celebration was a grocery store cake while Connor screamed in the background. Mrs. Miller spent the whole time trying to get his fever down. I sat at the table by myself, eating cake and trying not to cry. That's when I heard Mrs. Miller on the phone with her sister. "I know we should do more for Chloe, but honestly, it's so different with Connor. He's actually ours, you know? The connection is just natural." I ran to my room and cried for hours. A few weeks later, I overheard them talking about money. Apparently, the adoption assistance payments weren't covering my expenses anymore with the new baby. Mr. Miller said, "Maybe we should look into other options. Chloe's been having behavioral issues anyway. Other options, like sending me back." I started acting out at school because I figured if they were going to get rid of me anyway, it didn't matter. I got suspended for fighting, which gave Mrs. Miller the perfect excuse to complain about my problems. She's just so difficult. We tried our best, but maybe she needs a different kind of family. The social worker came for a visit. I was terrified they were going to move me again, but she was actually there to check on how I was adjusting. Mrs. Miller put on this fake smile and talked about how challenging it was to balance a new baby and an older adopted child with trauma. The social worker asked to speak with me alone. "Chloe, how are things really going here?" I wanted to tell her everything, but I was scared. What if they sent me somewhere worse? "It's okay," I lied, but she could tell something was wrong. She started asking more questions, and eventually I broke down and told her about feeling invisible, about the birthday party, about hearing them talk about other options. The social worker's face got really serious. "Chloe, that's not okay. You deserve to feel loved and wanted in your family." She had a long talk with the Millers. I don't know exactly what she said, but Mrs. Miller cried a lot. That night, both of them came to my room. "Chloe, we owe you an apology. We got so caught up with the baby that we forgot you need us too." Mr. Miller added, "You're not going anywhere. You're our daughter, and we're sorry we made you feel otherwise." Things got better after that, but slowly. They started including me in baby care, making sure I had one-on-one time with each of them, and actually following through on promises. I love Connor now, and I think my parents really do love me.